She steps out of the car, adjusting her elegant dress. The night is young, and the city lights shimmer in the distance. Excitement fills her as she walks toward the entrance of one of the most exclusive VIP clubs in town. Her name is Maya. She is a successful businesswoman, confident and well-accomplished. Tonight, she just wants to enjoy a night out with her friends. They have talked about this club for weeks. It's where celebrities, CEOs, and influencers gather. The kind of place where connections are made and luxury is expected. She glances around, taking in the sleek cars pulling up, the well-dressed people entering with ease. The music from inside is faint but inviting. Her friends walk beside her, equally thrilled to be part of this experience. As they approach the entrance, Maya grips her clutch a little tighter. She feels good. She belongs here. She has worked hard for her success, and this is just a night to celebrate. But something changes when they reach the door. The bouncer's eyes scan her briefly before his expression turns blank. He steps forward, blocking her way. "Sorry, you can't come in." Maya stops, confused. She looks at the bouncer, then at the people effortlessly walking past him. "What do you mean?" she asks, keeping her voice calm. The bouncer crosses his arms. "It's a private event. Guest list only." Maya glances at the line behind her. People are being waved in without hesitation. Some don't even stop to check with him. A couple walks up right after her, and without a word, the bouncer steps aside, letting them through. Her friends exchange glances. They know what's happening. It's not about a guest list. It's about something else. Maya straightens her posture. "I made a reservation," she says. "My name should be on the list." The bouncer barely looks at her. "It's full tonight. Can't do anything about it." A sinking feeling settles in her stomach. She watches as another group, laughing and chatting, steps right in. No questions asked. They don't look any different from her, except for one thing. Her friend, Lisa, steps forward. "We literally just saw you let them in," she says, frustration in her voice. The bouncer doesn't respond. Instead, he turns his gaze to someone behind Maya, pretending she no longer exists. A few people nearby have noticed. Some whisper. Others look away, avoiding eye contact. Maya clenches her jaw. She's not new to this. She's worked in high-level business circles, dealt with dismissive attitudes before. But something about being so openly shut out, right here, in front of a crowd, stings in a different way. Her other friend Nina places a hand on her arm. "Maya, let's go." Maya exhales, forcing herself to stay composed. She could argue, she could demand an answer, she could make a scene, but instead she does something else. She takes a step back. She lifts her chin. She doesn't let them see her anger. "Enjoy your night," she says coolly, before turning away. The bouncer doesn't respond. He's already focused on the next group, greeting them with a nod as they step inside. Maya walks away, her mind racing. The night is ruined, but as she moves further from the entrance, a thought begins to take shape. This isn't the end of the story, it's just the beginning. Maya steps onto the sidewalk, the club's neon lights glowing behind her. The laughter and music spill out, but she doesn't turn back. Her heels click against the pavement as she walks, steady and composed. Her friends follow, still fuming. "That was blatant discrimination," Lisa mutters. "How do they get away with this?" Maya stays quiet. She doesn't need to ask why it happened, she already knows. It's not about reservations, it's not about capacity, it's about power, control. The silent, unspoken rules that keep certain people out, no matter how successful they are. She exhales, forcing the frustration down. She refuses to let them see her defeated. Nina sighs. "We can go somewhere else. There are plenty of other clubs." But Maya barely hears her. Her mind is elsewhere. They didn't want her inside their club. But what if she didn't need their club at all? The thought lingers, growing stronger with every step she takes. What if she built something better? A place where no one had to feel what she just felt. A place where success, style, and wealth weren't measured by outdated standards? Maya stops walking. Her friends look at her. "What is it?" Lisa asks. Maya smiles just a little. "Nothing," she says. "Let's go home." But deep down, she knows it's not nothing. It's the start of something big. Maya sits at her kitchen table, staring at her laptop screen. The club's website is open in front of her. She clicks through pictures of its extravagant decor, high-profile guests, and expensive drinks. She could be bitter. She could stay angry, but instead she focuses on a different thought. If they won't let her in, she'll build her own. She pulls out a notebook and starts writing. What makes a club successful? What draws people in? What keeps them coming back? She spends the next few days researching. She studies the biggest clubs in the city. She reads about their owners, their business strategies, and their clientele. She watches interviews, listens to podcasts, and even reaches out to people in the industry. Maya doesn't just want to open a club, she wants to create a brand. A movement, a space where people feel valued no matter who they are. But research isn't enough. She needs funding. She starts making calls. She reaches out to old business connections. Some meetings go well, others don't. Many people don't take her seriously. A few even laugh at the idea. A woman? Running a high-end nightclub? Competing with the biggest names in the industry? Maya takes every rejection in stride. It doesn't shake her confidence. She turns to investors, seeking financial backing. She pitches her idea with passion, explaining how she'll create a club that attracts the elite while staying inclusive. Slowly, she starts making progress. She finds a mentor, a former club owner who sees her potential. He guides her, helping her avoid common mistakes. Then one day, she finds it. The perfect location. Ironically, it's just a few blocks away from the club that rejected her. Maya stands outside the empty space, imagining what it could become. The music, the energy, the people. She can see it clearly now. This isn't just a dream anymore, it's happening. Maya signs the lease, feeling a mix of excitement and pressure. The empty building holds so much potential, but turning it into a high-end club won't be easy. The first challenge is funding. Even with investors, costs pile up fast. Renovations, permits, staffing, it all adds up. Some days it feels impossible. Doubt creeps in. She faces pushback from competitors. Word spreads that a new club is coming, and some don't like the idea. People try to discourage her. Some tell her the industry is too tough. Others hint that she doesn't fit the image of a luxury club owner. Maya ignores them. She focuses on building her dream. She hires designers to create a space that blends elegance with warmth. A club that feels exclusive but not intimidating. She carefully picks every detail: lighting, seating, sound quality. Then she builds her team. She hires staff who share her vision, people who understand that great service is about respect, not just status. DJs, bartenders, security. Each person is handpicked to create an experience guests won't forget. She runs into legal hurdles. City permits take longer than expected. The licensing process is frustrating, but she pushes through, handling every setback with patience and determination. Months pass. The club takes shape. The grand chandelier in the entryway, the sleek, modern bar, the VIP sections designed to make guests feel special without making others feel small. She stands in the middle of it all, taking it in. She did this. The club is almost ready. The only thing left is opening night, and Maya knows exactly how she wants to introduce her club to the world. The night has finally arrived. Maya stands in the back room taking a deep breath. The sound of excitement fills the air. Laughter, music, conversation. Outside, a line stretches down the block. People are eager to experience the city's newest and most talked about club. She steps out into the main area, scanning the scene. The lighting is perfect, soft but vibrant. The music pulses through the space, setting the perfect mood. Guests sip on handcrafted cocktails, dressed in their finest. Every detail she envisioned is now real. The energy is electric. Maya moves through the crowd, greeting people, watching their reactions. She sees celebrities, business leaders, and influencers, all mingling, all enjoying themselves. But what matters most to her are the people who never felt welcome at other high-end spots. Here, they do. She heads toward the entrance where her security team is handling the line. No unnecessary rejections, no silent judgments, just a smooth professional process. Then, she spots him. The same bouncer who turned her away. He's standing near the curb, watching the scene unfold. He recognizes her. Their eyes meet, and for a split second, surprise flashes across his face. Maya doesn't say anything. She doesn't need to. She turns her attention back to her club, her space, her success. She made it happen. The night continues, the crowd growing, the energy rising. Word spreads fast. Social media explodes with posts about the opening. Influencers rave about the atmosphere. Even the media takes notice. This is only the beginning. Maya steps to the upper level, looking down at everything she built. She smiles, knowing this moment is just the start of something even bigger. A few weeks pass, and Maya's club is the hottest spot in the city. The buzz hasn't died down. If anything, it's growing. Celebrities, executives, and trendsetters all want in. Her club isn't just another venue. It's a statement. A place where people feel valued, no matter their background. One evening, as she reviews the guest list for an upcoming event, her manager walks in. "You won't believe this," he says. "The owner of that other club? He just reserved a table." Maya raises an eyebrow. "That club?" He nods. "And he's bringing guests." Maya leans back in her chair, thinking. It doesn't surprise her. Ever since her club opened, attendance at the old club has dropped. People prefer her space. The exclusivity of the past no longer feels desirable. It feels outdated. That weekend, the old club owner arrives. He steps inside, looking around. He sees the luxury, the elegance, the packed VIP sections. Everything he once believed she couldn't create. Maya watches from a distance. She has no interest in revenge. Success is enough. Then she notices someone else. The bouncer. The same man who denied her entry. He stands at the entrance, looking uncertain. He doesn't try to get inside, he just watches. Maya considers for a moment, then she nods to her staff. Let them in. No discrimination, no silent rejections, just professionalism. The bouncer walks past her, eyes flickering with recognition. He doesn't say anything, neither does she. He knows. Maya turns back to her guests, smiling. She didn't just prove them wrong, she changed the game. Maya's club doesn't just survive, it thrives. Within months, it becomes the hottest destination in the city. The lines stretch down the block every night, filled with people eager to experience the energy inside. Reservations are booked weeks in advance. Celebrities, CEOs, and socialites claim their favorite booths. Influencers film inside the VIP lounge, making sure the world sees where they are. Athletes show up after their biggest wins, celebrating with bottles of champagne, the music thumping in the background. Fashion designers choose her club to launch their latest collections, turning the private suites into exclusive showrooms. Music artists perform surprise sets, knowing this is the place to be seen. But the real success? It's the people who never had a space like this before. For too long, luxury nightlife was reserved for the same familiar faces, the rich, the powerful, the accepted. Doors were closed, status mattered more than experience. People like Maya were told, directly or indirectly, that they didn't belong. She changed that. Her club is exclusive, but in a new way. It's not about who you know or where you come from. It's about how you carry yourself. Confidence, style, and respect are what get you through her doors. People notice. Her story spreads. News outlets write about the woman who turned rejection into success. Magazines feature her as one of the most powerful entrepreneurs in nightlife. She's interviewed on television, sharing how she built something from nothing. Conference organizers invite her to speak, and she stands before rooms filled with young entrepreneurs, sharing her journey. She talks about persistence, about fighting past obstacles, about creating something that didn't exist before. Her words inspire. Investors take notice. They see the money her club brings in. They see the influence it has. And they want in. Maya expands. She opens a second club in another major city. This time the launch is even bigger. Then a third. Each new location carries the same energy, the same atmosphere, the same message. Luxury should be inclusive. She's no longer just a club owner, she's an industry leader. Maya doesn't stop at nightclubs, she builds an empire. She launches a hospitality company, offering expert consulting for high-end restaurants, luxury lounges, and elite event spaces. Business owners seek her advice, eager to replicate her success. She helps them craft unforgettable atmospheres, ensuring every venue has a signature touch of elegance and exclusivity. She partners with top designers to create stunning, immersive interiors that blend modern sophistication with warmth. Every detail, from lighting to furniture, is curated to elevate the guest experience. Beyond design, she collaborates with artists and musicians, turning her venues into cultural hubs. Live performances, art installations, and gallery-style exhibits transform nightlife into an artistic experience, making her spaces more than just clubs, they become destinations. The industry takes her seriously now. Club owners who once dismissed her now study her moves, trying to understand how she built something so powerful. Some reach out, hoping to collaborate. Others attempt to copy her formula, but they can't replicate the heart behind her success. She's no longer just a businesswoman. She's a brand. People mention her name when they talk about the future of luxury nightlife. Investors approach her first when they see an opportunity. Up-and-coming entrepreneurs look up to her, hoping to follow in her footsteps. One evening, as she arrives at her flagship club, she pauses near the entrance. The energy in the air is electric. The line outside stretches down the block, guests dressed in their finest, eager to get in. Security manages the flow effortlessly, just as she trained them to. She remembers when she stood outside a club just like this, waiting to be let in. But this time, she isn't waiting, she owns it. Maya smiles, steps inside, and knows this is just the beginning.